Environment Commission. I want to welcome everybody for coming this evening. I also want to thank my fellow commissioners for being here this evening, and in particular Steve McGay and Tony Pastrana and Louise Ashman for their help in pulling this event together. Also want to give a big thanks to Tom Scalorn of the Moscow Water Department for all his assistance with setting up the logistics for tonight's meeting, from the table and chairs to the sound system, securing the room itself, and arranging for Water Department Administrative Assistant Gail Wimbledon, behind me to the left there, to be here to take notes this evening. So thank you, Tom, for all that. And again, thank you all for taking the time to be here this evening. I'm going to let the commissioners introduce themselves, and then I'll have some opening remarks. So why don't we, let's see, Steve, I'll start that end of the table. Maybe Steve will join.
My name is Adrienne Mead, and I'm the student representative.
I'm Louise Ashman, and I'm a member of the commission.
Tony Pastrana.
Amy Shipman.
I'm Kelly O'Neill.
And down the hallway is Steve McGann, who's still helping people get signed in. So first of all, why are we having the meeting? There was, in the May 17th letter to the Commission, Mayor Cheney requested that this Commission consider holding an additional public hearing based on our mission, and basically, to boil it down, which is to solicit advice and information about sound environmental management practices promoting the public health and safety of citizens of Moscow. That's why the Commission was established. So at that same evening, we had a meeting on May 17th, and we discussed the Mayor's request. And we decided after some discussion that we would in fact have the meeting and have an opportunity for additional public opinion. And one of the factors that weighed in was the fact that the City Council had recently passed an opinion, but in some instances, in the paper I know it was reported as a resolution, but in fact they passed an opinion, which is a much easier thing to change than a resolution. So we decided that it would be worth our time to hear from more of the public and then decide what we wanted to do with that testimony, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So the purpose of the meeting, given the limited jurisdiction of our commission and the City Council, we're encouraging you to speak to local impacts of Megaload transport through Moscow. We realize that a number of you will probably choose to speak to wider issues in that, and that's fine. And we are seeking information that will assist us in making a recommendation on this issue to the City Council. Now, let me clearly define our role here this evening. We're here to listen and to facilitate public comment. We're not going to be answering any questions. We're not going to direct any questions to anybody in the audience. We're a volunteer group of citizens, and we currently do not have a stated collective opinion on this issue. We all have our personal opinions, but no position representing the Commission has yet been formulated. Now, I'm going to be calling on individuals who signed up and indicated they're interested in testifying. And if you did not sign up and just walked in but would like to, please raise your hand and we'll get a sign-up sheet to you. If you want to testify and indicated so on the sheet, when I call on you, please come up to the podium to deliver your testimony. And the first thing we're going to ask you to do is state your name and address for the minutes that are being taken. Individuals are going to be given 3 minutes to make their statements. Louise Ashman, 2 seats to my right, will be keeping time, and she'll let you know when you have 30 seconds left to wrap up your statement. If you're not through, I'm going to unfortunately be forced to interrupt you and move on to the next speaker in the interest of fairness to everybody in attendance. In an attempt to gain as wide a variety of opinions as possible, I'm going to try to avoid calling on multiple individuals representing the same group right in a row. What I'm going to try to do is call from an individual representing one group and then go down and look for another group, or just a person who's here as an individual. And once we go through the list, if we have time, then I'll go back to the top and start again calling on people that are the second or third represented from groups. I've also provided opportunity for individuals to provide testimony ahead of the meeting via email, and we do have about a half dozen emails that I was given before the meeting. I'm not going to take up the time in this meeting, which is designed for live public input, by reading any of those emails, but this will be part of what we'll consider after tonight's meeting. Now, what happens to all of the comments that are made this evening? As I mentioned, we have a staff member taking notes of the meeting. The commission members will review these notes along with the emails and any mail testimonies that we might have been submitted. We're going to combine all that with information that we personally have gathered or has been given to us on the subject. And then we're planning on spending our July meeting deciding what we're going to do with this and how we're going to formulate it and whether or not we are going to look to form and forward a advisory opinion, a resolution, et cetera, et cetera. So that's all, none of that's decided in stone yet at all. So with that explanation and information, let me begin tonight's hearing by calling on our first individual to testify, and this is just in the order that the sheets were given to me. So will Joffrey Shropshire, oh no, let's see, wish to testify, I'm sorry, Joffrey did not wish to, so David Pierce. You want to go near the end, okay, there was a note there on the right, okay, let's see. So, Phil Mohan.
Right here. Since
Okay.
I'm not allowed to ask the question, I don't want to testify.
Okay, fine. And the reason we're not answering any questions is because we don't represent the city, the council, or anything, so. Let's see. Steve, you got any more?
Just a couple more.
Okay, a couple more. So, I've got a couple of maybes. Well, you know, there's not going to be much to listen to if nobody wants to say anything, and the notes will be short. So, let's see. So we've got three maybes. David Hall is a maybe. David?
Yep.
And again, David, state your name and your address.
David Hall, 1334 Wallen Road, Moscow. Having the refinery machinery come through Moscow makes us complicit in the whole tar sands extraction project. That doesn't feel good to me and others. Having the refinery machinery come through Moscow will open the door, so to speak, for many more such oversized loads. You keep hearing about more and more people interested in transporting oversized loads through. Mayor Cheney's comments on the Idaho Administrative Procedures Act seem correct. It states that it requires a reasonable determination of necessity and feasibility of the movement, and I'm not sure that's been shown. There are other routes, and somebody recently offered a route through, I think it's Churchill, Alberta, so there are actually people that are individuals that want the transport in other areas. And finally, Idaho Transportation Department's mission is more than just issuing permits. It has a responsibility to the Idaho citizens to look out for what's good for them and represent them. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Okay, Romney Bowen, sorry if I mispronounced
Could
that.
I speak later?
Maybe. I don't know how much, yeah, I guess you can, there's a number of people that indicated. Let's see, Diana, is it Armstrong?
Yeah.
Okay.